Aquarius. I'm going to do a general reading today. I'll be using the Llewellyn deck, and it is a general reading, therefore it may not resonate for everyone. If it does for you, I will be doing an extended, and the information for that is in the box below. I'm also doing personal readings right now too, and the information for that is also in the box below. All right, I'm going to get started here. And as this is a general reading, it can be from love, it can be about, we'll see what shows up here. And also to let you know, the male and female cards here are not gender-based, but referring to the divine male and female energies that are in all of us. Okay, therefore they can be applicable either way. All right, where are we going? Aquarius. Okay, so the guide card here is an awesome card, 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, it's the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands, and I'm just going to do a clarifier there, and we get the Page of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So I think what's guiding, what the universe is kind of interjecting here with is that this is about, this is the 1111 card, so this is about an opening up of a new sense of, kind of where, where you belong, where you're gonna, kind of the environment you'll be creating or you'll be moving into in your life. And intuitively being able to kind of take the risks that are necessary in order to get there and follow the signs that are going to be shown to you to guide you there, okay, because we also have the Page of Wands showing up. So this looks like, this is new because we've got, the Ace of Wands in your immediate past. So I feel like, you've shifted already onto this next path that I see you moving on, and this is kind of clarifying that path with these cards. Above you've got the High Priestess showing up. So already engaging and understanding and feeling the energy of, intuition and kind of the higher feminine. When I say feminine energy, this is not about a woman. It's, the energies are different than the genders completely. Okay. So engaging, in a much different way of conceiving rather than planning or thinking, but more manifesting and creating. Okay. You've got the Judgment card below, and this is about the Rebirth card, and this is about kind of coming in from, the past, because this is a new path for you with the Ace of Wands. So your past kind of cycle where, you were much more about being part of the worldly part of, life, like more in the world than more of the world, not just in the world, but kind of the world, engaging at that level. And then kind of coming in feeling successful there. And now, kind of as you regenerate and begin this new path, there's kind of like an opening coming through because you've got the Hangman on you here and the 10 of Cups. So kind of adjusting your perspective and your way of seeing the world. So you achieved the past is what I'm saying. Look successful for where you were coming from, but now that's changed and it's moving more towards this other kind of long-term commitment to fulfillment and happiness and kind of in your life. And with that, the perspective's changing because it's about creating the 10 of Cups. Now the 10 of Cups is about creativity and love and, kind of that fullness as a life. So much more balanced than what I see coming from before here with the Judgment card showing up. And that balance is including, as I say, more kind of the feminine principles, which is the, High Priestess. Then you've got the Star and the Knight of Wands. So already methodically, in a way, methodically is the wrong word, gradually moving towards this new path with the Knight of Wands. So you're on it and you're pursuing it, but in a very slow and meaningful way, okay? Because you've got the Star above you now, so there's a lot of healing that's that's coming to you now, and a lot of guidance with that healing. So intuitively, as I say, connecting with the universe, receiving the healing from the stars, but also receiving the guidance from the stars, because it's actually providing both. You have the Emperor and the Sun here. So with the divine masculine energy, which can move into a lot of mental activity and thinking and obsessing, and and probably at this point, because your concepts are going through a major shift, and you're kind of recalibrating, getting into a different balance with this Ten of Cups showing up here. So it's understandable that there would be a lot of kind of using the Aquarius mental energy as a way of trying to orient yourself to this new balance, to this new kind of path that you're moving on. Because then you've got the Sun showing up here. So this is, just go back to the Emperor and the Knight of Swords, this is kind of like critical thinking. It's not saying, don't get rid of it. It's going to be there. It's going to be incorporated as you move gradually along. But it's more about the balance between that and intuition. And with the Sun showing up, and I'll just clarify that, we've got the Seven of Swords showing up. So taking that thinking and having it being much more guided by clarity and illumination, newness, optimism. And as I said, in the Judgment card, the rebirth is happening. So moving from beyond that worldly place and taking your, the swords, which are your, mental kind of, not using them as weapons here for defense, but now more using them, and not using them even in a way that, can create chaos in your own mind, but more using the wisdom of the Emperor here to use those as a way with the Sun to move ahead, and to use them as the swords of truth as the Sun shines on and has clarity and illumination for you. Then using your mind as a way then, at that point, as a way to clarify and focus. Okay, because your destiny is here showing up in your subconscious as to where this new path is taking you. And it's taking you much more to the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire. So not your mind's desire, your heart's desire. Okay, so there's the difference right there. And this is what the Sun is doing, is transforming this energy into sunlight so that it can take you to your destiny and take you to the nine, which is your heart's desire. You've got the Six of Swords in your environment, along with the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So really moving towards a place that you can take all of the, hard-earned growth that you've done from the other, from your life as you move on this new path now, taking it and using it as a way to build this new foundation for yourself that's already started. So I already see the roots of it here. It's like you've done the work, and now it's just changing the perspective and putting that work into moving towards your heart's desire, okay? And the position of your hopes is the Ace of Pentacles, so you really want to embrace this opportunity, because this opportunity is really about pursuing a richness and abundance that's there for you, and knowledge. And then we end with the King of Cups in your outcome. And this is connected, as I say, with the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune around your destiny. Only it is somewhat embodied in it is the divine masculine. I'm not sure if it's an actual person. I'd have to do some clarifying, which I'll do in the extended reading for you to see if that is a person, and what's going to come out of that, and where it's going with this new opportunity that is showing up in position of what you want. So if it resonates for you, then it will be in the extended reading. If not, then I would see you next week. So what I'm going to do is just draw an oracle now as a guide from the universe, and we've got movement. Okay, so movement, as I say, is definitely happening here. We've got a lot of movement cards going on. We've got the Sun movement, we've got the Seven of Swords moving, we've got the Nine of Swords, mental movement, Six of Swords, movement, Nine of Wands, movement, development. So a lot of movement going on here. and much more now being guided by intuition and not just by your mind or by your plans or your thoughts or whatever. All right, so that's it for today, Aquarius, and I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next week.